It's Rossco Soletrain show, and I'ma do what I want because I'm free. So come on, mama, take a seat, cause we about ready to have a good time. You know you want to. How you doing, folks? It's Rossco. Earlier, I was asked about some of the pieces of art that are behind me, and I'm sorry if there's a glare. I wanted to kind of give you an idea where these pieces came from. Some of them I painted. There's not really much of a story behind the stuff I painted. I'd like to talk about some of the artists, give you some links to the artists down below, and let's get started. Chee-oo! So this wall behind me is some paintings that I've done. Did them years ago. The Happy Giraffe, the Love Twins, and Pac-Man versus Pac-Man, along with some photos that I took at the Animal Kingdom of my favorite ride, Expedition Everest. And here is a box of Vinylmation. I kind of got to the point with Vinylmation where I didn't really know what to do with them, and they were just kind of stacking and piling everywhere, and I already have a lot of stuff that's stacking and piling. I had to organize them and keep the dust off them, so I threw them in a box, and you're going to see a couple other boxes. Not really much behind these paintings other than I wanted to draw a Happy Giraffe, I wanted to draw some Love Twins, and I wanted to draw Pac-Man versus Pac-Man attacking each other. Let's move on to this wall. So years ago, I went to an art exhibit in San Francisco that was all about Gertrude Stein's collection of paintings that she had from Pablo Picasso and Matisse and all kinds of like awesome expressionist paintings from, I think it was like 1920s, 1910s. She was a pretty wild animal. She definitely had a cool sense about her. Her house had paintings floor to ceiling, and she had like 30-foot ceilings. So there was just paintings everywhere. But I was really influenced by that because it was just like art, you know, really cool, just art, just everywhere, just bleh. And I thought it was awesome, and I wanted to do something in my own place. We'll start with the top. This top one right here is a painting that was given to me by one of my old clients named Kelly Young. I'm not sure who the artist is, and I'm not even really crazy about the painting, but she was really influential to me as far as like artistry and what I have become as a hairstylist, and really taking risks and you know, trying to stretch boundaries. So I really appreciate Kelly and what she did for me. So I keep that up as a reminder to always believe in yourself. This right here is a pen drawing that I had the gross uncle do for me. And I'll leave a link to Grant's stuff below. He's a great artist. He kind of reminds me, he has this like Ren and Stimpy kind of vibe to him. Everything's just kind of like cute and cuddly and fun. But it's also, he can get really nasty and gross and dirty-ish. This is a painting that I did just of a boy, just kind of sketched out, and something I just did really fast. Right here is a print that was given to me by my friend Tommy Meehan. I think this was given out to the crew of the TV show Uncle Grandpa, which Tommy is the composer for. He had it sitting in a pile on his floor in his apartment, and I told him, I said, "You're going to destroy that thing. You better give it to me, and I'll put it in a frame and make sure it's kept nice." Right here is one of the prints that were given away for the Gooberz. I have a Ray Paez print of the Tiki Room birds. Ray also sent me a bunch of other prints of the Country Bears, which I haven't framed up yet, but I have a special place that I'm going to do a whole Country Bear wall. I'll leave a link to Ray's stuff below as well. Ray is the man. He does a lot of work for the Gooberz, a ton of work. So yeah, check out Ray. Here is a Steven Universe and Uncle Grandpa print that was given out at one of the comic conventions. I had Tommy from Uncle Grandpa get me this print and this print, and I guess he had to pull some strings to get them because they don't give that stuff out to the crews that work on these shows. I bought this from the Dark Side of Disney website. I think it was the Dark Side of Disney website. Leonard Kinsey had got permission from Rolly Crump, who signed it. And if you don't know who Rolly Crump is, I can't help you. This is a map from Tom Sawyer's Island in Tokyo, which my buddy Tommy picked me up when he went there. Here is a Totoro painting that I had my buddy Dan Hatton do. Dan is a great artist. He's a general contractor. Anything that you want done, Dan can pretty much figure out a way to do it. And I asked him, I said, hey man, I need a Totoro painting. He said, sure. Can I take some creative liberties with the color scheme? So he came back with an orange Totoro. This is another print that was of our cartoon, the Gooberz. It's a graffiti piece that was done at the Phoenix Theater, and Colin shot a video about it. I'll put a link up here to that video. And here's some stuff, some Vinylmation up there, and then there's a print I got from at Downtown Disney. Nothing special with that stuff, but that's pretty much it for this wall. I don't think I forgot anything. It's pretty much it. But I love this wall. It's a forever changing thing. I had a print up there from Ricky Watts that I actually ended up giving to my mother recently. Let's move over to the other last wall. So this painting that you see behind me was done about 8 years ago. I grew up across the street from a field, and the rolling hills in the wintertime were always really pretty because they were bright green and there was always cows dotted along. And I always thought it looked like a picture. So one day I decided to bust out with the brushes and paint this guy. And then I did my little name right down here, right over here. Over here's another box of Vinylmation. Right behind me here is a flyer for a show called Nostalgia Fest, which is usually to benefit a family or to benefit the Phoenix Theater. My old ska band from the 90s reunited for the show. I'll put a link down to our stuff down here. It was so fun, and my buddy Andy got some of the flyers framed up, and he gave me one. Very nice of him to do. Behind me is a diorama that was done by my friend Dave's sister. I believe her name's Elaine. There's two sisters. There's Elaine and Jenny Elwick. I can't remember who did this. I traded it a long time ago, and I absolutely love it. Down here is a Mary Blair inspired print for San Francisco. Right here is some knockoff Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys that are called Super Ninjas that I got my LA trip. And I have a Mickey Mouse bank that my father gave me that I just have draped with Coachella artist wristbands and a cute little crown that my mother got me for my birthday one year. That pretty much does it for this video. I hope you enjoyed all the art. Check out the artist down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And remember, folks, to always be kind and be sure to rewind. Peace, y'all. Shit.